I just took the biggest gamble of my life. Let's see how that turned out. So right here we have a 2021 Audi S5. It's got a 3.0 liter turbo engine in there. It does about 349 horsepower with 400 pound-feet of torque. Man, this car, it moves, y'all. When I tell you, I wasn't surprised by the speed of this car, like the horsepower. I was more surprised about the torque. This thing, as soon as you step on the pedal, that thing flies. But yeah, nonetheless, a little bit more about the car. It's got the black optics package. You can see like the black trim around all the chrome, and then also has the sport package, which comes with the red brake calipers, both in the front and the back. One of my favorite things about this car is the functionality of it. Even though it goes fast, it can also carry your groceries, anything that you load for your business and whatnot. It's got a crazy amount of space. Like I said, this is a sport bag. But yeah, give you guys a little 360 of the rest of the vehicle. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right, enough talk about the car. Let's go ahead and start hearing this engine out. I'll give y'all a little cold start. Comfort mode. I'm about to switch it to dynamic, open up the valves so you can hear it a little bit more. So now you can kind of hear it a little bit more. It's a little louder in person, but in the future I do want to make it a little louder. So this is kind of my first video to kind of document my journey with the S5. So if you're looking for an S5 like this one, tune in. I would love your support. Thank y'all. Yo, we got kicked out by security. We gotta go somewhere else.
The next day.
Alright, you guys, it's day 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't get all the clips in day 1. I wanted to show you the interior, but the lighting wasn't really doing it justice. So let's go ahead and show you guys now. Right off the bat, we have frameless windows, Alcantara leather on the side panel with the carbon fiber trim, and also Bang & Olufsen speakers. Moving on to the front driver's side, we have a heated leather steering wheel. I think there is an option to get the flat steering wheel where it's flat at the bottom. That's the one I wanted originally, but this is a used car. There's not a lot of these on the market that are really this good, so can't really be too picky about that. But yeah, moving on, we have the red diamond stitched leather seats with the S badge up top, and I think it just complements this car even more, having it be in a red. I don't know, it just gives it more of a sporty, luxurious feel to it. So let's go ahead and hop inside and I'll start the car for y'all again. Okay, so start button's right here. Hit the brakes, press it once, and it starts. Sometimes you can hear a little bit of the burbles when you start it up, which is pretty cool. This car is stock, so hearing the burbles, even though the car is stock, it's I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, we got a virtual cockpit. can also change, mess with it here on the left of the steering wheel. You can change the views if you don't want to see anything, I guess. But I personally like it this way. I can see my gas, how fast I'm going, what time it is, and my mileage and whatnot. But yeah, that's where the steering wheel. Moving on, we got the display screen up top. Wireless Apple CarPlay, so that's a plus. Can also mess with your vehicle settings up top, right here. I'll go into more detail if you guys want in the future. Just let me know in the comments. Right down below is the climate control buttons. Goes all the way down to 60, which is pretty good. Has these buttons right here. I think one of the reasons why I chose the B9.5 platform in the first place was because it still had these buttons. Personally, I don't really like the whole big iPad. I think the 2026 model, it's got like a huge display screen going from here all the way to the passenger side. So yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of that. So I'm glad I chose this specific year. And then going down right below the climate control buttons, you have a few buttons right here. You can change the way you're driving down here too. If let's say you don't want to touch like the screen up here, you can just go down here, press the button, and then you can switch it with the arrows like so. Moving on, we have the auto start button and a few more buttons on the side. I'm missing a few because I don't have the Prestige, so yeah, you guys call these poverty buttons or whatever. Got the cup holders right below. Not too big of a fan of this, but I'll talk more about it later in the video. Have some more storage right here. And then right below is the automatic gear shift with the e-brake, and then your audio button. So if you want to skip, turn up the music, turn it down, turn it off, that's where you do it. Okay, just gonna go ahead and show you guys one more overview of what I see on the driver's side. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys the back as well. Let's go. Here, same thing. Alcantara leather with the carbon fiber trim. And the red diamond stitched leather seats all the way around in the back as well. Let me open this up for y'all. This is where you can hold your beverages. Nice little bevs. Enjoy your beverages back here. And whatever you want to put in here, you can. Alright. So I'm going to hop in the back for y'all now. This is my first time being in the back of this car, so lucky for y'all get my first impression. Okay. It's not bad. I'm gonna be honest. I'm 5'8". I still got tons of leg room. Pretty comfy. I got some AC back here. It's cool. Yeah. I like it. It's comfy, y'all. Let me check the middle seat. Okay. Now the middle seat, it's a little different. It's a little different story. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel as safe in the middle seat. It's a little uncomfortable because right here it's blocking me from putting my legs together. So if you want to fit a third person back here, they might be a little uncomfortable, but you can fit them. But now that I'm back here, I can kind of show you guys what the car looks like in the front. Here you go. Alright, so I did want to talk about some of the flaws of this vehicle. One being this feature right here. It's not too big of a deal, but every time I drive I have to turn this feature off because I don't like when the engine stops when I stop at a red light. It just feels weird. Let me know if y'all feel the same way in the comments. But yeah, moving on. Got the cup holders. They're kind of small. They don't fit much. You can fit probably a cup like yay big or so. Let me show you guys. Try to put this bottle in here like so. See that? It's just interfering with the climate control buttons up top. So not too smart of a design by Audi here. But there are solutions, you know, like there are solutions to everything. Just put it right here. No big deal. So another thing right here, I mean, there's barely space for you to put stuff. And also in the center console, not a lot of space either. So if you're somebody who likes to keep stuff in their car, you know, put some just like napkins and whatnot, you're gonna have a hard time figuring out where to put it. But yeah, that's pretty much all the flaws I have with this car. Other than that, the car it drives amazing. It works perfectly. It's been treating me well so far. Alright you guys, if you guys made it to the end of this video, I'm about to tell you guys why this car was such a gamble. So, if you were paying attention to my license plate at all, you may have noticed that this car did come from an Acura dealership. Before I found this car on the market, actually I was looking at another S5 up in Dallas, Texas with the same exact model and trim. And originally that was the car that I wanted, simply because it was going to be a certified pre-owned if I was to purchase it, which I highly recommend if you are looking to buy a used Audi. Unfortunately, that vehicle did sell before I was able to test drive it and start any of the paperwork. And just me being a first-time car buyer by myself for the first time, I was dumb enough to drive all the way to Dallas to try to test drive it and get the paperwork done. But as soon as I got there, you know, they told me that the vehicle was sold. So I literally drove there for no reason. Luckily though, I was able to find the same exact model and trim with a slightly higher mileage, but the only downside was this car was all the way in Savannah, Georgia, which I'm from Texas, man. I was not gonna fly all the way to Georgia just to test drive the car and drive it back. Now, I don't recommend blindly buying a car, but I'm not gonna lie, this was desperate times for me. I really just wanted a new car, and this was the car that, you know, I dreamed of getting. So I gave the dealership a call to let them know that, you know, I'm a serious buyer and everything. And the salesman, he hopped on FaceTime with me to show me everything about the car, including any imperfections or issues with it. But if you are planning to do something like this, don't go in blindly, for real. Like, please make sure you do your research on the car, and when you hop on FaceTime with the dealer, ask them all the questions that you need, such as like asking them to start it up, opening the hood, taking it on a test drive, and then after that, ask for the Carfax, find out what services were done before it was listed, and just try to get some information on like the previous owner if you can. And you know, just by taking time out of my day to just research the car and everything, um, it really helped me determine whether or not this would have been a good purchase or not. And I feel like, honestly, I hit the jackpot with this car. The car that I was looking at had no accidents, had a clean history. The Carfax, it checked out. Previous owner did all their preventative maintenance on time and also changed their oil every 5,000 miles, even though Audi recommends to change it every 10,000 miles. And on top of that, the previous owner was an older lady who traded her car in for an Acura MDX. So, you know, as far as I could tell, there were zero red flags of this car. One of my biggest concerns was whether or not this car had been abused by the previous owner. And just because I was able to obtain all that information from the dealership, I felt more confident and comfortable just moving forward without a pre-purchase inspection, which did end up saving me a couple $100. So I went ahead and bought the car, signed all the paperwork online,
and took about like 2.5 weeks for it to deliver. And when it came in, the car was exactly like the dealer described. So overall, I'm super happy with the car that I chose, and I just want to thank you guys if you guys made it to the end of this video. Like I said, I will be documenting my car journey on YouTube and also TikTok and Instagram. So just a heads up, I will be tinting my car with some ceramic tint, just replacing all the old tint from the previous owner. By the time you see this video, I've probably already posted it on Instagram and TikTok. Link is in my bio. Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you would like to follow the build. And just be sure to check out any of my socials for extra content in the meantime. But yeah, other than that, stay tuned for the next one.